GMs, welcome to the Swarm Report, guys. My name is Hudah, bringing you around the crypto AI ecosystem in just 30 minutes a day. We're live right now over on Abstract and on X and YouTube as well. Make sure wherever you're watching, first hit the like, of course. It helps, but also come over to the YouTube side. Make sure you subscribe over here. Guys, if you can't catch these live shows, I say it every day, but I really want to make sure you're catching them and staying plugged in. You catch the replays over here on YouTube, especially as we're ramping up to this new season. Let's say it's season 2 of crypto AI. You want to stay plugged in. You want to stay on top of the meta, the trend, and the things that are really becoming the narrative of this cycle. And you'll stay on top of that right here, especially as Swarms start taking over. And you guys know that's happening. All right, guys, make sure you follow us on X at SlamAI_XYZ and check out our light paper. While you're there, head to the website there, SlamAI.xyz. And then our flagship AI agent, that is the Swarm_AI. I think I'll give you a little spoiler or hint, guys. For anybody who's following this ecosystem and have been for a bit, we have another AI agent out there. I think you might remember. I'm just going to mention his name. If you want to do anything from there with him, that's on you. But maybe a little development on that front. I hope nobody kills me for saying that, but I'm just saying it. I saw something today. Anyways, guys, we're focused on the Swarm here right now. Give them a follow. We're also live streaming over there right now. And to that point, guys, a pretty cool tease put out there on the timeline today. Okay, so the Swarm is going to be in the Virtuals ACP. There's 2 ACP Swarms coming out soon. The Media Content House and then the Autonomous Hedge Fund Trading DAO. The trading DAO is where our Swarm is going to live, right there with AI XVC and AI XBT and DGenC and Loki and just all these great agents working together to honestly, hopefully make some good money there. We got some screenshots leaked from this Swarm, and really cool, something I noticed right off the bat. It's maybe like a bit of a step up from the virtual lemonade stand that we were looking at over the past few months. So a user here, H2, I don't know if he's on one of these agent teams or he's at the very least in one of their telegrams. And so maybe one of those teams leaks some screenshots. So these aren't even put out by Virtuals. This is put out by, I think, just, well, a user, but who got it from one of the teams here in the Swarm. And so what we're looking at here is some of the agents starting to work together and how they're connected together here. And I'll scroll down here, and some of this might look similar to what we would see on Virtuals, right? Or excuse me, on the Lemonade stand, where we would see them interacting and what their task was, and you see every step of the way. And so you see right here them interacting, creating token report, audit token report, right? And we've seen the breakdown of agents in different roles. You have auditing agents and research agents and the ones that are actually going to transact here for you. So we see AI XVC is definitely live in the mix there. Trust Me Bro from, I think that's the DGen Ape project. So in the mix right now, like live and transacting with these guys. But we also have the Swarm in here too. So we have some screenshots, and I assume they're just kind of blanked out. But the Swarm is now, I can tell you, behind the scenes, plugged in, transacting with these guys here, and maybe giving some of the contract and token analysis. I'm trying to picture which of these jobs might be his. I didn't leak the shots. Someone else did. And it must be that this right here is maybe an agent that has not been announced yet that's in the Swarm. That could be why some of these are blanked out. But you see the Swarm right in the middle of them all, and they are working together just like that. So I'll tell you what, I can't wait till it's until there's more screenshots this year. And as soon as I'm able to, I definitely will. But I wasn't expecting these to make it out today. I'm glad they're out. I'm glad I can share a little something. But just so now people can see definitively, they are live. They are talking. They are transacting. Again, as soon as I have some details about are they winning on trades and what does that look like, we'll share that here too. Pretty cool stuff. On Virtuals, let's give a little update on those guys. Genesis launch is cooking. Of course, the ACP is coming. There's a lot going on in the Virtuals ecosystem. In fact, you know what? That reminds me. I didn't have it here to bring up. I brought it up in the morning show, but it does belong here. Virtuals brought on the, I believe it's the head of AI and head of DPIN from base into their ecosystem. So now part of the Virtuals ecosystem. That's a big component now. So somebody on the official base team is now part of the virtual ecosystem as an advisor, as some other role. But yeah, base now closely tied to virtual. I think it's a big sign of where this is going, which is getting a lot more support from base. Now, from Virtuals, we got an update here on the Genesis launches. And this is something we've been expecting, which is insight into the token launches and what the devs are doing with their tokens. Are they locked up, and for how long, or are they not locked up? Can the devs dump on you? And so they've announced today that this is now live. You do see the devs vesting schedule. You see how much tokens and when they unlock. So it gives you guys visibility into that. If you're deciding where you're going to commit your points, if you're going to get in on a token launch here with the Genesis launches, that's a big factor there, right? How many tokens are going to be unlocked? How much does the team have? Again, all those factors you now can see live. So really, really big update here. And on the virtual Genesis launches, we'll be doing a segment here during the show covering those more in depth. Maybe reviewing the week of launches. I think there's a pretty up-to-date schedule. So maybe it's on a weekly basis. We'll review the upcoming launches and we'll give them a score and share some thoughts about those. But we will definitely get those teams on here too. So if that's up your alley, a lot more coming. And I'll just say this. It should be at the very least on your radar. We've talked about this Holly token before from the Hollywood agent. Which I believe is in the ACP Swarm, the one for the content creation. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. That token did a 20x. A lot of those virtuals Genesis launches are doing very, very well because they launch at such a low market cap. So I'll just say again, I think you do want to be on top of this stuff, and I'll keep you plugged in. By the way, shout out to Mr. Wood, Katz, Murray, Gravity, everybody watching over on Abstract. Good seeing you guys here. Let's get to BillyBets. We do our check-in with him every episode here, and an update on the BillyBets front from one of their devs, Bunchu. Great guy. He'll also be coming on here. But BillyBets is now updated and released here their dashboard, their analytics. It is all token gated, which I love. So the terminal also token gated here. You hold the BillyBets token, you get access to this stuff. If not, yeah, you're kind of half in the dark. And I do think BillyBets is one of those agents you want to be paying attention to, even if you don't bet on sports, which I don't. I maybe am tempted to because of Billy. But I'm fascinated seeing an agent that I think is breaking into a field or an arena that I'm not seeing anybody else in crypto do right now. So first mover advantage on top of being a really excellent team and having that unique product. I'm paying attention to that. And that does mean like the token itself too. So I'll be watching Billy as we do daily, but I think that's a special one here. We also check in with his daily bets, right? It is an agent that's betting on sports here, and he's doing pretty damn good, guys. Yesterday went 3-5 betting the MLB money line, bet $8,000, lost $1,700. Now his total record is 98 and 96. That's just MLB, right? He bet on bets on the NBA as well. He hasn't in the playoffs so far. I'm kind of curious about that. Bets on Premier League soccer. I think the Kentucky Derby is going to be something we'll see him making a bet on here too. But cumulative ROI is now minus 3.51%. We'll move on to the market here. Probably no surprise to you guys. It's been a rough day here in the crypto markets, and that's because we got some we got some info numbers about GDP and GPI, and it's not great. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. And that impacts crypto and of course, then crypto AI. You can see we're down almost 5% in the past 24 hours, now at an 8.59 billion market cap. Pretty great still, I'd say, all in all. But yes, we did break 9 billion earlier in the week, yesterday, Sunday. So down a bit from there. Your top agents by market cap, no shockers. Fartcoin is on top here, followed by Turbo, Ket, Toshi, and Faye. Over on the infrastructure side, again, yeah, no surprises. FET, Virtual, AI16Z, Ask Venice, and then Prompt. And then in DeFi, pretty much the same story. We're seeing all the same familiar faces, which I'll say, guys, is awesome to get really used to right now, because when this AI crypto season heats up, you're going to see those newcomers, and they're really going to stand out here. Again, you're going to get so used to seeing these names, the new ones, they're going to pop. But in DeFi, it's Ask Venice, HeyAnon, Cortex, Griffane, and then Olas. And then we'll put these guys together, sort by mindshare. It's, Fartcoin on top, then Virtual, AIXBT, TheraQ, and then Cerebro. Interesting stuff here. Again, TheraQ's got a token launch coming, partnered with Kato. They've got a dashboard there, so people competing to get this airdrop. And then Cerebro's just going crazy on the timeline. I'm not surprised still seeing him here. We'll dial into a couple of my favorite tokens out here, starting with AIXBT, down 3.2%, $130 million market cap. It's probably going to be a mixed bag as we go through these, expecting some green, but yeah, kind of a rough day out there. Venice down almost 7%, $113 million market cap here. Fartcoin up, go figure, kind of bucks the trend here, but up almost 6%, 1.19 billion market cap, still just absolutely cooking. His big brother Goat down almost 6%, $82.5 million market cap. Prompt is up 12.4%, $90 million market cap. And then finally, ARC down almost 11%, $58 million market cap. Still trying to get a feel for ARC personally. I can't get a feel for where we're going to see this one and maybe what other major releases they have coming. But I still think that's a pretty quality team and product over there. I want to throw this on your radar, guys. I'm looking for opportunities and plays out there in crypto AI, and I don't want to tell you for sure this is one of them, but it gets the spidey senses tingling when I see certain people talking about it. It's kind of that simple when I see some organic engagement, and I do see that on this. This is AI VA on AVAX. This is an AI, an Avalanche, my goodness, all the A's. It's an AVAX AI community token, okay? It's not live yet. They have a pre-sale going on now. I'm not shilling it because I have anything to do with it, but again, the names I see engaging with the account and saying they're getting into the pre-sale has me looking at it. I certainly want to make people aware of that too. If I'm interested, probably some of you might be as well. So, look, I don't want to drop links either. Find the account, vet the accounts yourself, and of course, decide for yourself if that's something you want to get in on. But the AVAX ecosystem has been coming up for a period of time. Meme coins over there did very, very well. And so I'm watching. I'm definitely watching. Don't know how long the pre-sale is open for, but go into the website, you connect your X account, and then can get in on the pre-sale. So want to put it on your guys' radar. We got an update from our friends Loki, who were on the show here just over a week ago. They've come out here, guys, with two different pricing plans to access their Loki terminal, which is awesome, by the way. $199 for a monthly pass gets you full terminal access, unlimited chat prompts, their TG bot. Beyond that, though, you can hold 750,000 Loki. And I wonder what that would work out to price-wise. I imagine it's not super cheap if it's $200 a month or 750,000 Loki for lifetime access. Okay, I was wondering if you have to actually hold that 750K. I imagine you spend it. If you spend it with them, you get that lifetime access. So if the token price happens to be low right now, might not be a bad option there. But yes, lifetime access, unlimited chats and prompts, gets you in their community too, which the monthly does not. And it looks like they'll have some staking benefits. I would probably make a bet on that's going to get you those virtuals, Virgin points for the Genesis launch. It's just a bet that you're going to get that. You get that with all the virtuals tokens, right? You get that also with the Swarm. So I imagine they'll have some extra benefits on top, but I'm assuming you'll get those Virgin points there too. Hey, HeyAnon has a big update here. One of the, I'll say few-ish AI projects here in crypto that has like product market fit baked in. HeyAnon actually like lets you move crypto around to different blockchains and spend it and buy it and convert it, bridge it, all these things just via text, via a prompt, which I think is amazing. And I think really the future of crypto is going to look a lot like that. In fact, HeyAnon is now integrated or will be integrated in the Radium Launchpad, the token Launchpad. So you're going to see a lot of this product everywhere. But they've announced that they have their new token creation wizard. Right. So if you want to launch a token now, you don't have to go to Radium. You don't have to go over to Pump Fun. You can do it directly through the HeyAnon terminal. And maybe they're going to bake that into X as well. As of now, I'm assuming that's just through terminal. But really, really cool. Easy way to launch a token here. Create an LP for it as well. Probably buy some of the tokens yourself. Also send them to people. So really, really cool update from those guys. We're going to keep hearing a lot about them. I think they're a major player here. Degen C or Degen Capital from the Degen C team, who also great and in the Swarm with our Swarm, have announced their token radar is live today. It's a nice update here. You can check what's trending on crypto Twitter, and it is cross-chain, cross-sectors, as they say here, and it's in a dashboard view, which is really, really nice. They have some other stuff coming up here. They announced a KOL radar, which is, I'm imagining like a mindshare, like a KOL mindshare. It's like a Twitter influencer mindshare. Enhanced token radar with categories and filters. Great. Yeah, they got some nice updates coming. Again, also keep your eyes on them. These guys are definitely cooking. Boo.fun. If I say it right, I don't know. I wish these names were all a little easier, but they're officially live here today, which is really neat. This is essentially 3D rendering, like a 3D model that you're going to generate from a prompt or from like a 2D image. In fact, let me play a clip. I don't think you guys will get audio, so I'll just kill the audio. But while it's playing, let me know if the mic is distorted. It is sometimes, but right, via text and then via 2D images, either one, you create 3D assets. Maybe you can create them to use in different games and other platforms. I'm not entirely sure here. But if you refer people to this platform and if they spend their Boo tokens, you earn 20% of that back from your referral. So interesting way to share in that revenue. I like it. It is a crypto and an interesting product. I don't think I've seen anything like this out there. Again, creating those 3D assets. Pretty cool. Pretty unique. I dig it. Signal. Signal comes from the Acolyte team. And this is going to be a social media marketing AI tool, which is awesome. I need it in my life. I really do. We talked yesterday about their first client here, which is Boston Metasystems. And yesterday I had missed it, but they actually put out a little trailer here. I'm not going to show the whole thing to you, and I don't have any other like details. I don't think they've released a ton of details yet, but I want this also on your radar. I really do. I think Acolyte is great. I think their product Signal is pretty killer. And so I think their first launch partner is going to get a big old push and a lot of attention. And if that is the purpose of their AI tool Signal, right, to get attention, I think this one's going to get some. I think this one's going to get some decent hype. So again, want that on your guys' radar as well here. AI travel we talk about from time to time, and I'm only bringing it up now because you might actually have some tokens you can claim from them, guys. If you're holding, at least according to them, if you're holding any Virtuals tokens on Solana, you can claim some of these AI travel tokens. Nice. Sounds like a nice freebie here. I will say, again, with links, you got to vet them yourself, right? I'll put it on your radar if you're clicking stuff. Your responsibility to make sure they're kosher here. And I think I saw someone reply that they didn't have any tokens waiting for them. So I just want to make sure people are careful with that. If you want to chance it, go for it. But I at least wanted you guys to have that opportunity. Been covering them. It's a legit project. I can say that at the very least. You might have tokens coming. NAs Research. This is a very interesting update. It's one of those guys out there that I think is actually pushing this tech forward. They dropped this new reinforcement learning solution here, right? And what that is specifically, I'm going to cheat on this, guys. I'm going to ChatGPT because I have not fully wrapped my head around it too. But when you're training an LLM, you have a few different ways you can do it, a few different maybe models that you can apply here. One is called supervised fine tuning, which is you show the model, any of these models, a lot of questions, then you show them the answer, and it memorizes the pattern of how to figure things out based on that. Or you can get them this reinforced learning here, right? And what that does is then you give your model, you give your LLM a task, and the reinforced learning gives it a score when it comes back with an answer. And it's going to work then to get that score, to increase its score every future time you ask it something, which is better for these multi-step or multi-search solutions or these tasks that are more complicated. It seems like it's a better way for these LLMs to be trained and get more accurate answers. So thought that was pretty interesting. I'm familiar with NAs Research because it's the team behind the God and Satan accounts on X. We've talked about them here a few times. And then ultimately behind that Nothing token that I think quite a few of us actually were in for a period. So it's a pretty big update from these guys who had just recently, guys, raised $50 million from Paradigm. So these boys cooking too. All right, we're going to move outside of the crypto AI ecosystem out to the, I hate calling them the big boys, but you know what I mean? Like, what else do you call OpenAI? They have rolled back after some controversy here, guys. They rolled back an update to ChatGPT 4.0. Because, guys, I don't know if you've been using it over the past week. I've certainly noticed it. It was they're putting it this way, like overly flattering and agreeable. I saw somebody call it sycophanty, and I'm like, dude, I couldn't put my finger on what was going on. I actually thought for the past week, and I actually feel like a little longer, felt like I was a genius because it didn't matter what I said to it. It told me it's like the greatest idea ever, and it's a killer idea. Like everything I'm throwing at it. Excuse me, guys. It's just telling me like how awesome and how big these ideas are. I'm like, I know it's a good idea. I know it's that good, but maybe it is. No, the model was really, really pushed. It's like dialed up in that direction, scaling it back, rolling it back. They need this to be a little more even keeled and a little more realistic with its responses. So that has been fixed live. OpenAI getting their flowers too, guys, for being this responsive to these updates. It's not something people are really accustomed to them doing. So timely update, really, really cool to see. We'll give it a spin later and see how it's working, but I might miss it being so nice to me. I'll tell you that. There's a big old conference going on here, by the way, guys. We're getting updates from all kinds of different major LLMs and AI products. We've heard now that Grok 3.5 beta is coming next week. If you're a Super Grok subscriber, which I don't think you are if you pay for Twitter Premium. I'm not sure what level that is exactly, but if you happen to be paying for Super Grok, you're going to get 3.5 potentially next week. It's a pretty big update. We'll look forward to some reviews on that. And then finally, kind of a fun one, kind of it's not scary, whatever. I was going to say scary. It's not, but Yelp is going to be testing out an AI-powered tool that's going to let businesses, restaurants handle customer phone calls using agents. I like that. That starts getting us thinking about, well, our job's going to get replaced. I mean, the road leads there. It sure does. But for now, it's like if the phone line is busy, right? If the number is busy, instead of having somebody wait on hold and there just rings and rings and rings, an actual AI agent will answer that call and, I don't know, take a message. But you guys have seen how, how really great some of these AI agents have gotten with conversation, how natural they can feel. And they're pretty darn capable. I wonder if they could do things like take an order, and handle a more challenging exchange or something that is multi-layered. I kind of think we're at the point where they can do that. So I think that's an interesting update. And let me just kind of check here if it's live now. As part of the spring 2025 update, they will test. Okay, so I don't know if it's live yet. I hope it's not far off because I think that's super, super interesting. Oh, you know what? Hey, guys, I'm going to play this clip. I actually want to play it because I think they show a little better how it's actually going to work. I like that. Okay, here we go.
When calls go unanswered, business is lost.
Thank you for calling Gertie's Wrench. What can I do for you today?
Yelp's upcoming AI answering services will help businesses stay connected with customers, even when they can't pick up. Built into the Yelp platform, these offerings will answer calls, book reservations, take project requests, answer common questions, and more. No complicated setup.
Hi, there's a spill under my car that looks like oil. Do you have availability to take a look?
I'm sorry to hear that. It could be an issue with your oil filter or a gasket. When did you first notice the leak? And is the car driving differently or showing any warning lights?
This morning. And not that I know of.
It's always a good idea to get unexpected spills checked out.
Okay, man, there's something there. I wish the voice sounded more natural right off the bat. Maybe they're doing it on purpose because they don't want to freak people out. If it sounds too real, that could be. And at first I wasn't digging the answer, but now I am. I mean, it's no different than hopping into ChatGPT and asking it something. If the answer is if it's good enough, and it actually, like, just hearing that, it sounds like it is. I actually really like this. And by the way, I do use ChatGPT for something like that. I absolutely would. My goodness, guys, I'm not kidding. I actually asked ChatGPT how to tell what way the airflow is in my AC, and I sent it a picture. I'm not like, I use it for everything just like that. So, yeah, I dig it. I officially dig it a lot. Voice being not that natural and all, I think that's probably on purpose. I really, really like it. Anyway, guys, dude, I'm looking forward to the future with that kind of stuff. I really, really am. Anyway, there is your update for today. I will do my best, guys, to start getting in the Virtuals Genesis launch conversation. Like, start getting that going this week. We'll try for tomorrow. We'll try for Friday, but I would say by next week, I would like a regular segment here, whether it's daily or once a week, that covers the Genesis launches. I really want to put a big focus on that. I think it is one of the more important parts of this cycle coming up. So hold me to that. Anyway, guys, hit the like on your way out. Again, subscribe over here to CryptoSlam over on X. And then lastly, our AI agent. It is the Swarm. Hit him up on X and give a follow there. That's the Swarm_AI. Guys, we'll see you back here again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time on the Swarm Report. We'll see you.